That's fine, and that's okay. We have to tell them it's going into the production.
Okay.
Yeah. And when we open a bar, and you guys are obviously welcome in, you guys get free game day tickets for the last 2 game days we have in Neyland.
Sure. In this economy, though, $1. Let's pump the brakes there. I think we're asking too much. We are, by the way, slowly but surely. We're now live. We're up. We're up and running.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Shout out Caleb.
I'm a man of what is it?
He did it with an eye patch too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That is impeccable.
I don't actually have the eye patch. I think Joey's got it around his neck, maybe. Oh no, he put it. It was around your neck at one point. I guess for those on Twitter, real quick. I'm not tune into the radio. This is an old school This is an old school show. This is in honor. We said we wanted a Mike Leach memorial game, and I called my good friend Steve. You know Steve the pirate.
Yeah, Steve and Danny.
Yeah, he's the only guy on our team dressed like a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked if we could borrow some hats for tonight. He said yes, of course. He said, finally, I've been trying to get you to dress like a pirate for years. And and we're in this attire. So
we officially have a pirate guy.
yeah, and you know, I think I like this style hat. I like the faux bandana that it looks like we're wearing bandanas. Yeah,
I'm going to start running like Jack Sparrow here in a minute. So
They look good.
You should. Thank you.
Landon's is quite more concave than Caleb's.
is mine
Yours
not fluffed out?
Yours is pointing super high. Caleb's is very.
I'm wearing the
evened out.
Mine is because
They both look great though.
I think mine's because of the headphones that it's sitting back weird. Because I had to wear headphones. I could
I don't
not.
know what's going on with mine.
Well, Landon too has he's got one ear.
Oh, you're wearing headphones too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get it to sit so well? You do have it sitting nicely. I'm just gonna pull it down over my
Also,
eyebrows.
one ear is way better than 2 ears. That's a fact.
100%.
It just felt uncomfortable in the hat.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you always go 2 ears, Caleb? I feel like this.
Most of the time? Yeah.
yeah, I'm always a one ear.
I just can't hear both. Like I don't like hearing it not through the mic and through the mic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have trust issues. I got to hear
Yeah, I like
kind of what's
hearing
going
what's
on
going
around.
behind
Who's gonna
Yeah.
sneak up on you here?
Here,
You never know.
here is safe. It comes from a long. I know Landon. He's playing Fortnite. He needs to be able to hear. He needs to hear everything going on. The dogs
Yeah.
are barking. They need
Wait,
to let out.
You play Fortnite with one ear?
Sometime.
That's crazy.
Every video game, I'm always one ear. I'm not
That's-
2 ear.
see, I feel like-
I'm not that much of a sweat. I don't need to hear all the
I
noises.
totally lied. I do not do that. But
Really? It's incredible.
I'm a one
I
AirPod
do.
guy.
I do podcast one ear.
I'm a
It also gets hot when you have 2 ears on.
oh.
Yeah.
Personally,
It's a little warm.
It's warm in this jacket. It's coming off at this next break.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely an AirPod one ear guy, but I think I'm gonna start going to 2 because I talk on it. I talk on the phone, and I get Bluetoothed all the time where people think I'm talking to them, and it irritates me. I'll be honest. Listen. I'm on the phone. I'm not talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. Please stop.
We just got a comment that said I look like Patchy from SpongeBob.
you. I mean, you don't not look like him.
Hey, has that person ever thought about not dishonoring Mike Leach? He's dead.
Yes.
It was Deuce.
Okay, well then I certainly mean that then. Yeah, come on. We're honoring a dead guy.
Have you no respect?
Zero. I mean, does he hate dogs too? Is he going to talk bad about Ben next?
Probably.
Gosh.
Rip.
I think that's why he laid out of the podcast tonight. He was
Right.
like,
I'm really glad Mike Leach isn't their coach because we've talked about it. I like Mike Leach, and I don't want to beat the piss out of him, and I really want to beat the piss out of this Mississippi State team.
Jeff Lebby. He
Sure.
did say a lot of nice things about Josh Heupel. I don't like that.
I don't care.
I don't like that.
Really, I kind of do. Like,
I respect it, but also like I don't want to like you when I'm about to play you.
I dislike it more when coaches will say nice things about coaches in pregame press conferences, and then afterwards it's very clear they hate each other.
Yeah.
That makes me mad.
He seemed to have meant it.
Well, they have a history, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure they do like each other.
What kind of history?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't know if it's all public.
Oh, okay. Maybe make a diss track for it or something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, with pirate hats on.
Yes.
I did make fun of Mike Leach one time in my life, and I don't regret it because their first SEC game in 2020 they beat LSU, and then dropped a bandwagon, like come be a bandwagon fan pretty much. and then promptly lost the next week, which was the most predictable thing of all time.
Sure.
And I don't know if that's Mike Leach's fault. I don't think he set out to make that video. It's just part of being an SEC coach, right? You got obligations. These media teams have to set coaches up better. Like if Tennessee had dropped, imagine if the Tennessee media team, who is one of the best in the nation, they would never do this, had dropped the, I don't remember verbatim what he said, but along the lines of the next 30 minutes is ours. We're smoking after this one. Like, imagine if they had dropped that at halftime. We lose by 30.
Yeah. Well, good thing is, like, at halftime, we have backwards hat Josh Heupel, who is unreal. I do
swag monster.
There's just something about it, man. I don't know what it is. Just brings the juice, I think is what Chaz Nimrod said in a press conference.
We like the juice.
Bring the juice.
What happened to the slice? They just rebranded, speaking of juice?
Yeah, I think so. That just
Went
died.
away.
Yeah.
It's got like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
We outlasted the slice.
Respect. R.I.P.
No, this is only about Mike Leach. We're not.
Oh, sorry.
And Ben. Ben gets some too.
Yeah. Joey's dressed as a golden retriever.
I didn't like.
Watch it.
I didn't. Before we go to this break, I didn't like the hate that Ben got for just like being present and everyone's like, I just hate that everyone brings their dog everywhere. I agree, but I also think like dogs when they get older and they're much calmer and they're cool, I think you should be able to take them everywhere. Like I'm cool with old senior dogs that are just chill, being wherever they want. They can eat in a restaurant right next to me. I don't want your golden doodle that you've had for 3 months that you haven't even taught to pee outside yet next to me outside on a patio at a restaurant. Those are the dogs I don't want.
I agree with that. I don't take my dogs because I'm afraid that something might happen, so I just leave my dogs at home. And I think they enjoy that. So I don't think all dogs enjoy like being around, like being in big crowds. Like people bringing their dogs to yeehaw. What is the point in that? They have no room to run or do anything. They're doing.
I do think there are some dogs that really, really enjoy that.
They probably do, but
you're right. There definitely are some anxious dogs that probably are like, I want to
why?
off myself.
Yeah, why?
I'm jumping out of the back of this truck on my way home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll talk Mississippi State. We'll talk it's basketball season, guys. It's officially basketball season
Already.
The Running Bulldogs found out it was basketball season the other night. We'll talk about that. Yep. Kim Caldwell just scores points, man. She just scores points.
All she does.
Danny White likes offense. Confirmed.
Dude, everybody. Tony, well, I don't know if Rick Barnes loves offense.
I feel like in the last few years he's tried.
Yeah,
they're
they're shooting a lot, but they ain't going in.
We'll talk all of that. Week 11 in college football. There's plenty to do. Stick with us on the other side of this break. It's more important issues on Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Vet
boys, give him 6. The boys at MII, they got your big orange fix. All year long is the place to be, to hear some balls for life talking Tennessee. You can hate us if you want, but we sure ain't worried about you. We got more important issues.
Welcome back in to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio, courtesy of Levi Ogle. I love him, but he never gave us a spooky version, so now I hate him. Just kidding. Great stuff from him. Always appreciate it. We've got college football, of course. Why do you even ask? We're talking Vols. We're talking Vols versus Mississippi State. It is once again a dark kickoff, a night game in Neyland. I mean, thank God they finally put lights on that thing. And was that 1982? Where would we be if they had not done that?
You and me go playing in the dark.
I love the light show. Do we think it ever, like, any of the light? Do you think it's possible to jump the shark with all of the lights?
Jump or hump?
Jump. This is not.
You mean stadium lights or like
while we're so the Power T this week with the band when they formed the Power T in pregame was awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a limit to what all you could do.
I think we've just now scraped that limit. Like you've peaked. Okay, the way you've got the lights on the band players, the way that you illuminate the tee, the way that you got the spotlights going around the stadium, the ring comes around the stadium. You've got the lights flickering orange on top, like a lot of light, which is great because it's the whole point of the night game, especially Spooky Rocky Top. It's like, oh, we're gonna flash some orange lights. Like I spoke to a band member after the game. This is just Joey Boots talking. But
wow,
apparently first time they've ever done the lights on top of the helmets, and that was like more of a Spooky Rocky Top thing. I think they were waiting to hear if it was going to get some good feedback. And
it's awesome.
It might come back because I like it.
I think every night game that should happen.
I think it's cool. I mean, and you can see them better. So I would expect that they heard positive feedback, and we might hear that maybe next season. I don't know if it'll be like next game, but they intended for it to be that week thing, and then kind of see where it goes from there.
I feel like we need that back. Let me ask you this. First off, we need that back. But would jumping the shark, would that be when we have the drone light show? Would that officially be jumping the shark? If we did that, would that be it?
I don't think we need there's a lot. We just don't need a drone light show. If you did it low enough to the stadium where it was like a foot above the ground, so everyone still sees it and it looks like it's like. But I don't. The aerial stuff that would be doing too much in my opinion.
I think we should just have a light show of a press box and have John Ward just watch the entire game from right there.
Just permanent drones?
Yeah.
Even when the fireworks are going off?
Yep.
Okay. They practice a drone light show in the summer, so I imagine we're going to get one soon. Let me run something by Danny White here publicly. We haven't had our weekly sit down, so I'll say this one on the show. He can have it. The only way I think a drone light show would be acceptable, the only way I would say, haven't jumped the shark, we're all good. I think you do previous plays, like X's and O's.
Okay. That would be cool.
Be sick, right?
That would be cool.
Just like the legendary plays, like those,
like the Joey Kent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think then they have their legend of the game. You have a Jabari Davis touchdown against Florida or something. X and O's.
Oh yeah.
When he's out there.
Awesome.
But other than that, I think we've reached our. It was sick. The light show was sick. I didn't see what they did at halftime. I didn't really pay attention, but I know they used it again. The Power T, and maybe it hit because we weren't expecting it. But I think any time in a night game. Hopefully, we're not playing 8-9 games a year in the future, and we get it again. But yeah, I was just curious. Your all's thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'm still so exhausted from all these night games, but I do love them.
It's better than an abundance of noon games.
Correct. And we've been there.
We've done that.
Yeah. So this is a nice little change of pace. I wish we could find that happy medium, but I'll take this over the latter for sure.
I do agree with you. Find that happy medium. I'm really happy though. I don't want to play SEC noon games.
Yeah, I think no noon games, but I would like to throw some 3:30s in there. That would be
sure.
nice
On CBS.
Yeah.
Vern Lundquist.
No. Nope.
I tried Vern. I'm sorry. I tried to
No
get
Vern or
Landon.
Gary. None
I tried to
of
get him
those
back
guys.
on board.
I think there's room. Hear me out. I think it has to happen. Or like if there is a playoff game at night in Neyland this year, I think it's the only time you can do it because I think
Drone show?
because I think
Oh.
the playoffs are so new that in 3 years it's like okay now it's dumb. Every person that enters the stadium gets a wristband, and if you're gonna do the lights, do them like Coldplay style. Like let's get everybody fired up. Like the Morgan Wallen
It was
concert looked really
all
sick,
yellow.
right? Morgan Wallen concert looked really sick. You'd have to say it could have to be that moment. You can't do it regular season, and you can't do it 3 years in the playoffs where you've now already had. Like it has to be. Oh, we were so excited to have a home playoff game where
Right.
everything meant so much more. That's the only time I could see you doing it. That would be cool.
Playoffs?
I know
Look
we gotta
at the
work on it, I think it's on.
stars.
But
Look how they shine for you.
that was beautiful.
Is that Coldplay?
That is Coldplay.
Yeah, dude. That's
Oh,
that's
listen
the
to
it.
only
Yellow, bro.
Coldplay song I could possibly start to sing. And I like Coldplay. That's just the only one I know by heart.
Yeah, I don't.
It was all yellow.
It was all orange.
But that's the only thing that would be the
that would be a
limit of pushing the shark. Where anything above that would be way far gone.
we need a cover of It Was All Orange. That's your fourth quarter song.
Levi,
Get on it.
it was all orange.
Just give us credit.
I will say we are on a tangent. This is what you guys come to listen to. These are the more important issues within the more important issues.
We are going to talk Mississippi State at some
Probably
point.
not, honestly. I will say the fourth quarter song. More people are getting it. I still think my take is proven and strong that it's just not a sing along song because people know it now, but they're still not on it.
I don't enjoy. There's something about you put your arms around somebody, especially, and I'm speaking for a student, right? And it applies to everybody in the stadium, but I think most strongly resonates with students, right? You put your arm around your buddy, especially as a senior. It's
You
like
raise that
this is,
Michelob
you know what,
Ultra in the
right?
air.
You know, you're that $16
Yeah.
beer, and you go, hey, this is one of our last times in Neyland Stadium together. Like I want to sing whatever we want to sing. Friends in Low Places hit different.
This might be a hot take, but I like it gets louder when I'm cheering on my volunteers.
I like that. It's fun. It's fun. People know it. Are you saying you good or puff bad?
Like fire me up.
It fires me up.
Sure, but in my opinion,
don't think
that's
it's
the only good part of the fourth quarter song.
Right. I agree with him that it's not very sing-alongy because the whole part of Friends in Low Places is it's carried out like boom, boom, like it's what you sing. No one's a good singer in Neyland. Like I don't need to or like quick
Speak for yourself.
The quick the quick stuff. Talking Tennessee I think would be a perfect mix. Is it too relationshipy? Probably, yeah, but like the way like I'm just talking like that could like play, and it's still Tennessee based. It's still Morgan Wallen. Like
And-
you can still show the concert clips, whatever. Like
To your point, what I liked about Friends in Low Places is when they'd cut off the music and you could only hear the crowd. And you can't do that with this current song.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true too. You could get away to do that with Talking Tennessee and a couple
Yeah.
other songs.
Sure.
You're not going to get it with the way I talk.
Yeah, I'm just.
It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
I
'cause you
don't
swag
care.
surf
I-
too.
I
yeah.
sing along.
You're right. It's something that like it means.
Swag surfing's overplayed.
Yeah, it's something that like it pertains to Tennessee, whereas Friends in Low Places.
Mega hot take.
Yeah, but we also
I mean, we miss a golden opportunity just taking Dixieland alive.
Yes,
we
but
should have done
we
that.
also have a million songs that we play throughout the game that talk about Tennessee. Like I don't think it's a necessity.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's like a one. I don't think it's a +1.
I don't know. I think if it doesn't, it needs to resonate at least to what Tennessee fans go through week in and week out. during
Yeah, but I
football
think
season.
Friends in Low Places.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which fit better when we for the 2008 and up.
Yeah, but
just
they
play
was great.
But they all hate us.
Y'all in for that? Play Creed?
Oh, yeah.
Creed would go crazy.
Hey,
Higher would go nuts.
Oh yeah.
Higher would go
To
crazy.
a place.
And they played it during the Morgan Wallen concert, and every single dude,
Oh, yeah.
everybody just
Dude, Creed hits. Creed and Nickelback are the most made fun of bands of my generation that people actually love, and no one will admit it.
I don't know a single person that actually does not like Nickelback.
Oh, I know
Because-
a lot. Well, I know a lot of people who say it, and then Rockstar comes on,
Exactly,
and everyone's
exactly.
like,
I'm saying,
yeah.
I don't know anybody that actually hates them.
yeah.
They don't actually hate them.
Mississippi State.
Yeah, so do you want to talk Mississippi State, or you...
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
talk Mississippi
All
State.
right, if we have to.
This is we mentioned
This is a
another night game.
2-7 football team.
They are a bad football team. They are. I think with this game is like all eyes, mine especially. It's on Nico, right? It's on Nico to like, can he continue to? He's played really good the last 6 quarters. Can he put 4 more together? We'll say
4.
3. We'll say
4.
3. He's not playing the fourth quarter.
I like where your mind's at, but 4 quarters. I see your point, and I think it is, can Nico carry on what he built second half Alabama into Kentucky where he played well? I think more than that, because I think he will continue playing well. I think it is on the rest of this offense to produce around him.
Yeah, agreed.
Than it is Nico.
Yeah, agreed. But, I mean, he looks comfortable within the offense. The offensive line is playing better. You obviously have Dylan Sampson to lean on. I think you're finding something with the tight ends and Brew McCoy and sprinkling a big play from Dante Thornton every now and then. If you can just hit on some of those other plays, like this is a team that I think people were like, oh, can they make the college football playoff? I think it takes them to, can this team win a national championship?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think –
because I don't think anybody right now is thinking like they're not on the lookout for Tennessee to win a national championship.
No.
Right now it's like, can they make the playoff?
That is the whole conversation. This team is not – I don't think this team is quite in the position to win a national championship. I think there is a chance there because of the defense. But, yeah, you're still on the cusp of a playoff. There's still a lot of football left in the context of a college football playoff. Mm-hmm. And you have to get there, and because of your failures on the road at Arkansas, you may not make it there. But also because of what you've done elsewhere, you're in a good position to make it. And so this team's in a fine spot. They have to continue to put themselves in a great spot. I mean, around the country this week, there's a lot of playoff implications. And while this game doesn't scream playoff implications, for Tennessee it is. I think it's win, take care of business. And we talked about this a little bit Monday, Sunday, whatever day. Style points matter right now. You're going to play a really, really tough game on the road at Georgia. You're going to play a 4-quarter grind of a football game at Vanderbilt. Like, I think Tennessee is primed to beat Vanderbilt. Like, that team doesn't worry me as much, but I think it's going to be a 4-quarter game that you got to grind out, that you're not going to have the ability to add style points. No one in the playoff committee is going to look at UTEP and think anything of it. Yeah, go get style points there, but they're not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. This is your game to get style points.
Yeah. And you know, we've talked about get-right games, you know, Kentucky. I think we talked about it at Florida. This is, for the offense, I think this is continuing that streak of a get-right game because how bad Mississippi State is offensively. They're last in the SEC. They're almost giving up 500 yards total offense a game, which is insane. They give up 318 yards per game through the air in SEC play, 213 rushing yards a game in SEC play. They're bad on third down. Their second leading tacklers is safety. They are just a bad defensive team. And for an offense that's like on the cusp of breaking out, this should be a game where you absolutely break out.
Yeah, and my thoughts are, and I want to get yours in this direction, I think Tennessee should score at least 30 in this game. I think they should be on the cusp of 40. Mm-hmm. And it won't change my opinion going into Georgia or even necessarily how Vanderbilt may go. It would take the Georgia game to change my thoughts on Georgia. I mentioned this earlier too. I think this Tennessee offense is what this Tennessee offense is. I think there's a little more left in them. I agree with what Josh Pate said about Alabama. Tennessee left 24 points on the board in the first half, but I also think this offense is not capable of that. And
leaving them on the boards. At some point, you have to put them up for people to start believing in your offense.
Well, yeah, you are who your record says you are. You are what we're in week 11. I've seen enough games. I've seen 8 of them that now I'm like, how could I believe this offense is anything else? And I'm not trying to knock them. Your offense isn't asked to do a lot. You're in a good spot. Move the football a little bit. Go score when you need to. Score at least 20 points a game. And so I just think this team is what we've seen so far. This offense is what we've seen so far. And so I don't think Mississippi State will change my opinion of that. And I think they should break out, quote unquote.
Yeah, I think like it's kind of a number of things. It's like finishing is a huge part because it's not like Tennessee's just going 3 and out and not like moving the football. They are moving the football. It's like they get to the red zone, they have a big penalty or a sack, and it puts them back, and they have a missed field goal, or they get in their territory or the opposing team's territory and they fumble. Like it's just stuff has just not gone right in the first half, and I don't know what it is, but it's a total 180 in the second half.
I said it. This offense's biggest obstacle is this offense. I agree, and
nothing that Mississippi State is going to do on Saturday should beat you. The only way Mississippi State wins this football game is if you beat yourself.
Sure, absolutely, I agree with that take. And maybe if I can see Tennessee start playing cleaner football, especially on the offensive side of the ball, maybe my hope and opinion will change to where you can get into, you can really throw some strikes at a team like Georgia. Mm-hmm. But again, they just don't play mistake-free football right now by any means, let alone just a few mistakes. And like you said, they come at the worst times. Almost trying to think through all of them right now. Every turnover has come in opposing team's territory this year, except for maybe Gaston Moore's. It might have been spotted on Tennessee's 49.
Yeah, it was close.
It was close.
Yeah.
And so it was thrown in enemy's territory at least. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's just the mistakes are not only mistakes, they are being highlighted by the situations they come in. They're drive-killing false starts or holds. They're coming on first down, 1st and 10, and now you're in 1st and 20 or 1st and 15, whatever the call is. And so it's these mistakes that are in just at the most inopportune times. And so, yeah, maybe if they cut down on those, I don't think it's possible to eliminate those, but cut down on them, then yeah, maybe my opinion will change if not only do you meet Mississippi State soundly and your offense scores, but also you play a mistake-free brand of football or as close to mistake-free as you can get.
I mean, if you come out and score like immediately on that first drive, I mean, that's something you haven't done since.
I really thought they were against Kentucky. Like, it just felt good.
Yeah. Then
did we score on the first drive against Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Because Dante Thornton's was the first touchdown. No.
Oh, really?
I don't think it was the.
Yeah, maybe not.
Opening drive.
So, Kent State, was that the last time we scored in the first quarter?
Probably. Oh, in the first quarter, we did score in the first quarter against Oklahoma. I don't know if it was the first. No, we punted. We went punt, field goal against Oklahoma.
So we scored in the first quarter?
We scored 10 in the first quarter.
Okay.
We just didn't score on the first drive.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't think we've scored on the first drive against a Power 4 opponent this year because we did not against NC State.
Yeah, we didn't.
We did score on the second drive against NC State. So now we got that going for us.
Yeah, just
moving.
And how many points did you put up against NC State? And I'm not saying NC State's a good football team.
But you scored 51 points.
You scored 51 points. I think NC
7 courtesy of Sir Robert William Brooks.
Correct. I think NC State and Mississippi State probably pretty comparable.
I would
in terms of bad football teams. I think NC State's probably better.
At least
maybe
Mississippi
not now.
State can score.
Yeah, maybe
not
not
they
now.
couldn't with Grayson McCall.
Yeah. CJ Bailey's playing pretty good.
I think they're close. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to honestly tell who's
They
better.
both have 2 freshman quarterbacks playing right now. So
yeah. Van Buren looks good though. I don't think he'll look good this week. He looks fine. Good's not the right word. He looks fine.
Yeah, like he doesn't. He's not a turnover machine. They want to run the ball, but the thing is, they can't run the ball.
They've got 2 decent running backs, but they have no one they can lean on.
Right. I think Dylan Sampson has more yards than the 2 of them put together. Right.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
We'll talk more Mississippi State on the other side of this break. We got to go to a short one. Don't worry. We'll get score predictions on the other side. Go ahead and tweet us yours. And if they're not bold and if the offense isn't scoring, don't say a word. Stick with us. It's more important issues on Fan Run Radio.
Spray Foam Genie.
Welcome back into the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. The Vols take on Mississippi State. I'm not saying I'm a genius, Landon, but I did tell you that this would be the Summit Blue game back in August. So
You did.
just would like to put that out there.
Man of your word.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to some
Predictions?
things. I don't want to use that word. We talked about this is not a great football team Tennessee's taking on. This is a chance to really set the tone the back quarter of this season. You have a tough road test coming up in Athens. You do get a break with UTEP, but then you got to travel to Nashville to take on I think calling Vanderbilt a red-hot team is very fair at this point. Like, for Vanderbilt, they are red-hot. I know that there's some losses sprinkled in there, but red-hot for Vanderbilt. The Commodores are as hot as the Commodores can possibly get.
Yeah, like this is their Super Bowl.
Also, history lesson, they're named after a guy whose nickname was the Commodore, did not actually serve in the military.
Oh,
So, stolen valor.
Well, he didn't serve in the military, but correct me if I'm wrong, they used to make fun of him for calling him the Commodore because he ran a small business shuttling people back between Manhattan and Jersey City or whatever. And they basically made fun of him, called him the Commodore. And then he said, hey, I'm making so much money that I'm actually going to call myself, like, I'm basically just gave him the bird and was like, you know what? I am a Commodore because I'm making way more money than all of you.
I don't know that part of the story.
That's just what the history books told me.
It's very possible. I trust you. You said it like a
don't.
question, so I'm sorry.
I do not trust you.
Okay.
That's just, again, this is like 6 years ago.
On
but
this, I
that's-
will. About other things, probably not.
This is about, Vanderbilt.
I still think it's stolen valor.
It is.
yeah.
No, it's 100% stolen.
Okay. Is a Commodore military rank? I said that, and I'm like, I don't even know.
I think it's the word for like a sailor, right? Like it's like a.
Maybe. That sounds right.
I don't know if it's a technical rank.
Okay.
Oh, yep. Senior naval rank. My fault.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor. Fraud.
But let's get back into Mississippi State. Let's look at what may come of Saturday evening. I think Tennessee's defense is still going to, like, you look at an offense that's produced points and a defense that hasn't given up more than 20 points all season. They haven't given up 20 points all season.
Yeah.
I think against this offense, a freshman quarterback who's sure he's been quality, he's been good. I think this defense still produces. I think they have the pieces. There's not a just glaring weakness that I think Mississippi State could exploit. I would like to see it be more organized out of the gate, but I don't think that's a weakness enough to add on points.
Yeah, I think the defense just continues to take care of business in this one. The quarterback got sacked 3 times last week by UMass. Like, he's going to get hit.
Blake Shappen, the quarterback who started the season, got sacked 11 times. I think he played 3 games. Mm-hmm. And Van Buren, who is more mobile, I would say. Maybe not. Maybe they're the equal mobile. He's been sacked 18 times.
Well, 19 if you count him getting hit by Kirby Smart.
Good point.
But I just have to think, like, Tennessee goes up against tempo every day. Like, that is not going to affect them at all. And I feel like they're going to stop the run. And Mississippi State wants to stop the run because they don't want to put their freshman quarterback in a hole. And I just think that's a recipe for disaster for Mississippi State. I think they're going to be put in tough positions to score because I think Tennessee is going to move the football. And so if we do punt or whatever, like, they are going to have to drive the length of the field. And I'm going to have Tennessee's defense against anybody in that, especially a bad team like Mississippi State.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to I don't think they're going to have too much trouble with this.
And Nico's got to be licking his chops. They have 2 sacks on their defense total in 5 SEC games.
Those are not good stats.
No. So they can't rush the quarterback. They don't defend well.
They also probably get ran against a bunch because you don't have to pass. It's like that year that we talked about Tennessee's pass defense. Like, I don't know if it was Butch Jones, one of his terrible years, or if it was even back farther than Derek Dooley's. It's like, listen, they don't give up a ton of passing yards. You're going because they don't pass after the first quarter. They don't throw against you because they don't need to.
Yeah.
They run out the clock. They mercy rule us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't. Maybe they don't give many opportunities. I don't know. This is a 2-7 football team, Landon, that we're talking about.
Yep. I just think Tennessee, like this, I think it helps this being a night game because I think Tennessee State, like if this was a noon game, I would be maybe not worried.
No, I'm not sweating this one. We can play this one at 9 a.m. at
but there will
John
be,
Tarleton.
Yeah, there would be a spin zone, though, if like, they're looking ahead to Georgia. I don't think there's anything that comes with that. Huh?
Who?
Tennessee.
Looking ahead to who?
Georgia.
Who's that?
Good point.
Is that team that was supposed to go 5-7 this year?
Yeah. They're the team.
No, the one with the small stadium doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, they're the Dodge Chargers speeding on the roads right now in Athens.
Oh, those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. Okay. It is.
It's like a motorcycle gang, but with Dodge Chargers.
Right. You talked about Kirby
packs.
hitting Michael Van Buren, and then Mark Stoops got all pissy about
Yeah.
Omar Norman Law. It's like, listen, we've already set the tone. You can push guys as long as you say you didn't know you pushed them. You just
Right. What's the SEC
claim
going to do?
ignorance.
There was literally a coach just shoved a quarterback and nothing was done.
I like that.
You think
Mark,
a player's going to do? They're going to do a
right.
player?
I like that Mark Stoops also made it seem like Omar Norman Lott tried to kill him.
Yeah.
That was cool. And listen, as a soccer player, as someone who is very, very good at selling a foul, like I pride myself that I didn't dive, but I would show refs fouls all the time. Because if you don't show them the foul, sometimes they don't see it. There is a fine line you walk of selling it too hard where it then looks like you dove and faked it. And Vandergriff sold it too hard. He jumped in the air where it wasn't plausible that he got pushed that hard. Just go down. Just show him he got pushed. That's
Also, Mark Stoops, are you an idiot? Because you literally had your team go to our tunnel when we played y'all
you
last.
think he did that? You think he told him to?
I mean, he wasn't over there to make them go somewhere else, and they were shoving our players. You didn't see any of our players flopping or anything. We pushed back, okay? That's what your players should do. But you laid down like the little brother you are.
Brock Vandergrift should not push Omar Norman Lott back. Don't do that. Don't encourage death upon an individual.
Don't flop.
Don't flop. Show the foul. Show the ref you got fouled. Don't flop. Don't jump in the air.
Yeah. I mean,
you have to watch plays like that and be embarrassed that you did that.
when your team literally went to our tunnel last year.
I like how just raging you are about that. I love that it happened because it made them look so dumb.
Oh my God! You have Barry.
I hope they do that every year.
Yeah, Barry Brown just sitting there just shoving Javonte Spraggins. It's like how? I mean, Mark Stoops, you need to recruit some guys that have a little bit of intelligence to them, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like you said, Brock Vandegrift probably shouldn't shove Omar Norman Lott. Barryon Brown should not shove Javonte Spraggins.
Yeah, he's going to be the next stuffed animal he's carrying around. It's going to be Barryon Brown.
Yeah, I mean, he basically was. He left the game hurt. So.
I do think Tennessee needs to win this one big. I've got my score prediction kind of there. I am giving Mississippi State some points. I think they get down to opposing for territory. They get chances to score. I'm saying 34-16.
Okay.
That is 3 field goals, though, Landon. 1 tutty and 3 field goals.
Oh, I was about to say for us. I was like,
No.
Max Gilbert comeback game.
He's got 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Check him back in.
I'm gonna go 38. I think we keep them under 20 again. Keep that streak rolling, baby. Let's go 38-17.
Okay. All right, just ripping me off.
Joey?
32-3.
Oh.
32-3.
That's got to be a scoregami.
It might be. I like 32. Felt right. I don't think a touchdown's going to happen in Neyland. I think it's just homecoming weekend. You're looking forward to Georgia?
4 touchdowns. We go for 2 every time.
I don't care how we get there. I'm just saying 32-3. I like how we phase it out.
I hope.
And it might be a safety and a 1 point safety.
Safety, yeah.
Okay.
1 point safety.
Safety and a 1 point safety.
Okay.
What, blocked field goal, return to the end zone, fumble in the end zone, and
wasn't it Mississippi State, Louisiana Tech, I think, where they had that? I don't think it was a 2-point conversion, but they had that one where the ball got like kicked down to the other end.
Oh yeah.
So it was like third and goal from
kept
their own 2 or something like that. Wasn't that Mississippi State and Louisiana Tech? Yeah, maybe. Might happen.
That'd be awesome.
I like where your mind's at.
I predict a score.
I love that you didn't have any of missed field goals, because I don't know if I can take another missed field goal after what happened last week.
Okay.
Get back game.
Kicker advice here, Max Gilbert. This is from one kicker to another. Listen in. Put your both headphones on. The shoes are swaggy. I don't know if you've noticed the boots he's rocking.
Oh, I haven't.
They're nice. I think you got to wear black this week. Got to go black cleats. Really, like you to get back to that hard work grind, pick up the lunch pail type guy here. You go to black cleats this week, get right back on track, bust out the beauties in Athens.
It'd be awesome if he just like maybe kicked 1 field goal this week and next week hit the game winner in Athens.
All's forgiven.
Yep. Hero. Babyface assassin, Max Gilbert.
It's also crazy to boo your own freshman kicker, by the way.
Did we do that? Did we
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, he got booed.
Did you?
Oh, he got no. I was sober at the game. First of all, so like whatever everybody said was irrelevant. I knew it was stupid anyway. But he got booed.
Yeah,
especially after the third one, he got the whole stadium booed.
I get the frustration. I was okay with the groans. The groans were acceptable.
Were you booing him or Mark Stoops' hairline? Like what were you?
I never booed anybody.
Okay.
Oh, except for who's the guy we talked about? Number 11. Childress.
Yeah. The guy that came out of
I booed him.
Okay, I respect.
I reviewed the footage. It's starting to look like a real injury. Still boo.
But
I don't like it.
I thought it was a real injury off the cuff, and then
I thought it was
he
too.
got back up.
That's why I got confused, because it was more like, I think it looked like he was like trying to get up and then use the energy of the crowd.
Right.
Like, let me get off the field, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna stay down because I'm already hurt. Like there's no point in me trying to get off the field if I'm actually
He just
hurt."
caught a stinger. He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
going to the tent was aggressive, but whatever. We all play dress up.
Sure.
What about the last time Mississippi State came to Neyland in 2019?
Yeah, Jarrett Garantano. I remember that.
Do you know what the stats were?
No, but I know Juwan Jennings, or was that against South Carolina? Which one did he take that just nasty hit in the end zone? And
That
it
was South Carolina.
Okay. All right. Next. I don't know the stats. It was probably an ugly football game. We won, though.
We did win.
It was a noon game. Why are you scared?
JG was 6 for 7, 106 yards, 1 touchdown. Brian Maurer was
2 concussions.
he had 2 interceptions, 4 for 7,
And he
61
got
yards.
flipped on his head.
Yeah.
That is a sick stat line. In the
Yeah.
terms of makes me
And
sick.
was this the first Orange Pants?
I know this is the Trey Smith. Something
Orange
about
Britches?
them orange britches.
Yeah.
I know it's that game, but I don't know.
This was the Tyler Bird game.
Okay. Forgot about him.
Yep. He took one to the house to ice it and put us up 10.
Oh, wow. That's fun. All right. Well, I want to talk about something else.
Darrell Taylor had 2 sacks in this game.
Stop talking about that year. That was. All right.
Lady Vols
Next.
won again.
What was it? Did they get
scored
trippy
90.
digis?
90
90
50.
to 50.
Fire. It's insane.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. You got the running Bulldogs. Gardner Webb's known as. Shout out to Brody Rollins, QB1, my quarterback. Lady Vols, they keep this up. They're gonna be the running Vols.
Running Vols, I like that.
Yeah, now, you got to earn that name though. You don't just get it.
I do like points, and I like we're doing it with just a bunch of transfers.
Something interesting, and I know we'll talk about basketball, so I just want to mention this. Gardner Webb, I found out, has a developmental team. They have a JV squad essentially. It's walk-ons. There was a guy promoted a few years ago from it to the varsity team, I guess is the way to say that. I don't know, the real team.
Isn't that kind of sad that you say that in college?
I think it's cool.
The JV?
I don't think don't look at his JV. Look at it as like an intramural team that just got like if a guy on intramurals pops off on Tennessee's club intramural team, put him in.
I think it's smart, especially for a place like Gardner Webb, and they started before the transfer portal, where you're going to more than likely lose more than you gain in the transfer portal. So I'll just look at it like Joey's saying, like it's essentially just those guys go out there and play, compete. I'm sure they probably practice with them, I'd guess. Like sometimes they're the practice players, I'd imagine. So it's just another pool for you to draw from guys who are probably familiar with your system, body of work. So I think it's a good idea, especially for a program at the level that Gardner Webb's at. I think it's a good idea.
I like it. I just would not want to be referred to as JV.
Sure, they are called the developmental team.
That's kind of cool.
But yeah, I thought that was an interesting tidbit. And there has been one guy that's gotten
Dev team?
I guess on scholarship from it.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, Landon, tell us about Roback before we head to our break at the top of or bottom of the hour.
Yeah, guys, go check out Roback, roback.com. Use promo code More Important Issues for 20% off your first purchase. They have the best quality clothing. Joey has on his polo right now, Roback. He loves it. It's the only polos he wears is from Roback. You should too. Go check out roback.com. Check out all their clothing. Again, use promo code More Important Issues for 20% off your first purchase.
Shout out to Roback. We appreciate Roback. We appreciate you all, especially if you're back with us here at the top of the next hour. Stick with us on Fan Run Radio. It's More Important Issues. Welcome back into More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. College football playoff. You saw it. Tennessee. I don't have it. So I know we're the 8th seed, but we're the 7th ranked team.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me now, so
Yeah,
I'm like blanking.
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I did have to switch. You just see Landon up here. Landon's beautiful face. He's holding it down. I'm back where I belong, behind camera. I have a voice for radio. What are your, like, are you, I think we are on the same page. What are your thoughts on that, though?
I mean, I definitely have questions about, like, what the committee's looking for, but I think the human element to it is, like, it's going to be something different every week. I mean, I think Tennessee's about where I thought they would be. My one question to the committee would be, like, what are we taking into account? Are we taking into account bad losses or quality wins? Because if we're looking at quality wins, which I think if winning means all, we should look at wins. And in that case, I don't understand name one quality win Texas has.
I think it should be a mix, but I think the mix still favors Tennessee.
Sure.
I think, and I don't hate where Tennessee's at. That's fine. I'm not complaining. I think it all shakes out in the next 4 weeks, and it'll all be better. But Tennessee's only loss is on the road to a not great Arkansas team by 5. Texas, their losses to Georgia, but it was at home by 15, and they had to come, like, they were losing 30-0. I mean, it was a bloodbath. And then to your point, they have 0 quality wins beyond that.
And then the committee went on. They were talking about Penn State, and they were talking about, like, oh, well, they had a close one to Ohio State. Anybody who watched that game did not think it was close. Yeah, the score ended up being close because Ohio State literally just ran the ball down their throat when they could have probably scored 2 more times.
Right.
And they got a pick six. They didn't even score an offensive touchdown. I mean, I understand, like, Tennessee's offense hasn't been productive, but you've won football games. You've beaten pretty good offenses with that defense. I just don't see how Penn State looks like a more quality opponent than Tennessee at this point.
Yeah, and I think Tennessee's kind of hanging on to one quality win as the committee would view it in Alabama. It was at home. It was by 7, but that's more than Penn State and Texas
Penn State's best win is Illinois.
Yeah, and Texas's best win is probably Oklahoma, who Tennessee has also beat.
Vanderbilt.
Which
they barely beat. Or Michigan, who is not good.
Michigan, there is nothing quality about Michigan this year.
Yeah.
They should not get that credit. It was on the road, I'll give them that, but
and
that ranking means nothing that they held when they showed up.
I think I'm mad at.
Oh, you're mad?
No, not really mad. I think I would be more mad if I was Indiana than I am Tennessee. Like, I think, like, you're right, there should be a good mix in there. I just would have a question of why Texas, Penn State's over Tennessee, but I think Indiana.
So you're on the Indiana Kurt Cignetti train?
I'm not on it, but I do think they do have a hill to stand on.
If you're 9-0 in a Power 4 conference, I don't think you should be ranked behind any teams with a loss.
Right. I mean, who does Miami beat?
Cal's probably their best win, right?
And, I mean, they're 9-0 sitting at 4th. Why is Indiana sitting at 8th, 9-0? BYU beat SMU. They're sitting at 8-0 at 9th. I mean, that's...
Eye test, Landon.
Yeah.
Eye test.
I just think it's weird.
Who are I don't even know who, because I've been dogging Condoleezza Rice. I don't even think she's definitely not on it anymore. Let's see who's on the College Football Playoff Committee. Do you know who's on it this year? I know Archie isn't on it anymore.
I don't know who's on it.
I'm going to be honest.
But like you said, it's going to figure itself out.
Gary Pinkel's on it.
Okay.
Mike Riley. These are the only names I recognize.
God, I just hope. There's one thing I hope.
Okay.
I hope Army or somebody beats Notre Dame. I hope Lincoln Riley just has one decent win, just one Hail Mary to save his job, and beats Notre Dame at the end of the year. That would be a most.
You think they're
Lincoln
ready to
Riley
fire
thing.
Lincoln Riley?
I don't know if they fire him, but I think they are done with him.
They're fed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think they're to the point where they might have to, like, tweet out, like, oh, he's going to be our coach next year. Like,
Okay.
they're that kind of done with him. Which is insane that Florida is just, like, hanging on.
Didn't they extend him by a year today?
Yeah. I mean, it's literally like they just want DJ Lagway so bad
Yeah.
that they're like, we'll just keep this idiot of a coach that we have. Which,
What
follow
did he
me.
extend the buyout to?
I don't know what it is. I didn't look at the contract or
Maybe he
anything.
bet on himself. He said, "Get rid of the buyout."
Yeah. Humped another shark.
He hasn't humped any. Don't put that evil on him.
There was a picture today I saw where he
Weird. Who tweeted that out?
me. It was me.
Don't tell people that. Good Lord, just outing yourself out here.
I mean, but the college football playoff must love them some Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they should, right? They beat all the teams they've ranked this year.
Yeah.
They have to love them.
But I do, like, if we're counting Texas as, Vanderbilt's a quality win for them, I want that same energy when we blow their ass out in Nashville a couple weeks from now. Like, I still want them to be a quality football team. That's a big win. I think that's only fair. If Texas is getting that same love, I think Tennessee should definitely get that if we blow them out when Texas barely beat them.
I like that you're just already calling us to blow out Vandy. I mean, this feels like the year that we somehow lose to them, so I appreciate that.
No.
Okay.
This is a different Tennessee team. Suckered back in.
That's really.
I know. I am a sucker.
Yeah,
But-
you are. But you're a faithful sucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You're always sucking.
Whoa.
But I guess let's just go ahead and talk about college football this week.
I do want to mention
Okay, let's not.
the predicted playoff game with Indiana Tennessee would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Would it? Why would it be awesome?
I mean, number one, playoff game in Neyland.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But like, you made it sound like it was something about
Well,
Indiana
that's
specifically.
just projected. We get the was that the Gator Bowl?
I don't know if I'd really. I don't want to play Indiana. I mean, I know
You
it's at
don't?
Neyland, but like, Kurt Cignetti's riding a really just fun wave, and it's like I don't want to be on the opposite because it's one of those things where just everyone likes them, and like everyone has a reason to hate us right now because apparently we're the worst fan base in college football, and we're disgusting and pathetic. Everyone's gonna be cheering against us. It's like, oh, Kurt Cignetti's old JMU, like, turning Indiana's program around versus like the Vols that everybody hates. Like,
No,
I don't want to be in that spot.
I'm with you in that. I just think Kurt Cignetti's is a good coach, and I would rather not face a good coach in the first round if I could.
Exactly.
And I think there's plenty of not great coaches. I don't think Kurt Cignetти is great. I think there's plenty of not great coaches to play in the first rounds. I'd rather play one of them.
Give me Penn State.
Yes.
Fraud coach.
Wait,
fraud
James
program.
Franklin kind of has our number.
Don't
but
care.
I would take it.
Don't care. Fraud program.
I really don't care who it is.
No, I don't either. We're gonna beat them.
I understand why Penn State and Ohio State gets away with it every year, but they run strictly off preseason rankings.
Yep.
They don't play anybody impressive. Penn State then loses to the first impressive team that they. I mean, like who's Penn State's most impressive win? And I mean, even looking at Ohio State, it's like, are these the two of the top 6 teams in the country? Probably
It's
not.
just hilarious to me that teams in the Big Ten like win like 20-13, and they're praised for it. But if Tennessee does it, they're like, "Oh, their offense sucks."
Yeah.
Like what?
You give Penn State an SEC schedule, average. I'm not saying our schedule. I'm not saying South Carolina's schedule. I'm not saying Texas schedule. Just the average SEC schedule. Maybe they play LSU away, get Florida at home,
They're probably A&M.
8-4, 9-3.
Yeah.
I'll give them 9-3, 10-2. But they are. I mean, they're going to be.
You said Penn State, right?
Penn State's team
they're-
right now. Ohio State's a different story. Penn State right now.
They don't win 10
That's
every year.
That's a 3-loss team in an SEC schedule this year.
Sure.
But their numbers, what, 6th team in the country? after looking sloppy against Ohio State.
Yeah,
I'm just
they
kind of
scored
tired.
an offensive touchdown.
I'm tired of Big Ten getting the prop just because they're the second elite program in college football, so they have to be good, right? So the two best teams in Big Ten have to be, at least one of them has to be a top 5 team.
I just think we're going to put somehow it's going to work out where there's going to be every decent Big Ten team is going to be in the playoff, and there's going to be a couple SEC teams that are left out.
Yeah, I mean, this week, talking about games this week, Ole Miss is probably out of it this week. I mean, I think Georgia wins it, and that's it for them. That's all she wrote.
Alabama LSU playoff game. Do or die.
Do or die. Paul Feinbaum said the biggest Alabama LSU game. Those two teams did play in a national championship one time. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's maybe he said regular season game. I don't know. I don't listen to Paul Feinbaum. But, yeah, those are playoff implications. That kind of bodes well for Tennessee getting in at 10-2, which is good. But we have to go 10-2 first, and I don't see that happening. So that's good. You like that, Joey? That was for you.
Thank you.
Who is the what's the lowest ticket price this week in the top 25? Anybody got a guess?
Pitt.
Top 25. Yeah, I don't know who's at home this week in the top 25. I'm going to guess. Is it Kansas? Oh, no, North Texas. Has to be North Texas.
No.
Golly.
Joey's right. It's Pitt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pitt, Virginia.
They do play Virginia.
Pitt was able to skate by with an undefeated record. That was the only thing that kept their fans interested. And even though they are still in it, there's a chance.
Our fans. You're a Pitt guy?
Pitt fans. Did I say our fans?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe
I
I
might have
misheard.
slipped up. I've been.
Acrisure.
I've got a buddy that's a super hard Pitt fan, so I've been cheering for them, but I've been trying to keep him realistic because he's like, you guys think you're going to get game day in Athens? No, they're coming for Clemson. I'm like, first off, you have to go beat SMU. And he's like, no problem. I'm like, okay.
No problem.
I went and watched that game.
Yikes.
A lot of problems.
Big problem.
Your offense couldn't even light a match, and your defense just looked like they were playing. I think they actually thought they were playing flag football. They touched his wrist, and they were like, why isn't he down? No, just yards after contact were crazy. So, what's the price on the get-in price on that? Maybe
17.
17.
Don't know if I can afford that
Again,
this week.
it is Acrisure Stadium. You are playing in an NFL stadium. They'll take whatever because you're never going to fill the top 80% or the top 20% of that stadium.
The second is the number 2 team in the country.
Really?
At $22, you can get in Columbus.
One of the best places in the country to watch a game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ohio
I guess because
Stadium.
Purdue, but
It
shoe is
should
still-
not matter.
the shoe is still
Tennessee
an
is
iconic
playing.
place to watch
What's
football.
Tennessee's lowest ticket price playing 2-6 Mississippi State?
$72.
A lot
Exhibit
cheaper
A.
than I thought it would be, but not 22.
No.
In this economy, psh.
Alabama LSU 201.
Tennessee's is what, 76?
72.
72? That? Okay.
Where's Stanford playing out in the ACC this week?
Do you know?
Yeah,
Are they home or away?
home.
They're at home. Who are they playing? Let's go.
Stanford in the SEC?
They go
ACC.
in UNC.
ACC. I thought you said
This is
SEC.
a bye week for them. They
Oh,
don't have to
okay.
travel. No travel
Okay.
this week. Yeah.
it's really a week of rest.
Yes. Yep.
They all have jet lag.
They're probably staying on the East Coast just to
Keep
not
used
do
to the
that.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see their goal against Notre Dame? I think it was an ACC tournament, I'd assume, based on the time of year. From midfield to win it at the buzzer.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing for the Notre Dame goalkeeper.
Hate to see it.
Don't know what else to say about that. That's talking soccer.
What are some other? I mean, is Georgia?
Were you tuned into Maction this week?
No, it wasn't.
It was electric.
Was it?
Yeah,
Who was it?
it was madness. The Tuesday night game was Bowling Green, Central Michigan, and Miami versus Ball State. Wednesday was Ohio versus Kent State, and Northern Illinois versus Western Michigan. Northern Illinois getting a lot of love from the playoff committee. Team they beat's number 10.
Crazy.
Yeah. Shocked they weren't ranked.
Some teams we're cheering for this week. Not cheering for. I shouldn't say that. but
We would like if they
we would
win.
like if they won. Yes. I think you want Georgia.
You
to beat Ole Miss.
you kinda need Georgia to win no matter what happens in your game. It'd be nice to just eliminate another team.
Yeah. You're not going to like this. Michigan to beat Indiana.
No, we don't need that to happen.
It'd be nice.
Nah. We need Indiana to finish undefeated at this point. You don't want another one
Well,
loss.
that's fine. If they do go
yeah, so
undefeated. So that,
stop cheering against Kurt Signetti, Landon. You've
I just want
learned
I
your
need-
lesson. You
I
should have.
need some Big Ten teams to lose, other than just lose to.
But then you need them to lose 3 games.
No, I just need them to beat Ohio State,
Yeah, which is going to happen.
and we're good. I think you need Alabama to beat LSU.
Yes. Yes.
You don't want that Alabama or that LSU. I don't know them to pick Tennessee or LSU. Yeah, I know how that one's going to work out. So let's beat the team that we have, hill to stand on. We beat head to head. I think there's probably a good chance they put them ahead of us, but I don't think they can keep us out if they're putting Alabama in. So.
Yeah. No, you're right. We're also cheering for the Hokies, right? Go ahead and finish off Clemson.
Yeah, I think Clemson's done.
Tune up Inner Sandman. It's at Virginia Tech.
Okay,
I don't want to be in Blacksburg this week. Not even with a $2 bill.
it's a 6-point spread.
Did you see Clemson last week? That doesn't shock me.
I know, but
Does not shock me.
what about Iowa State is -3 over a 2-6 Kansas team?
Yeah, give me Lance Leipold. Not really. That ticket can't be more than $10.
52.
That's not real. Somebody's.
It's at Arrowhead.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. I just saw that. I have no clue.
Probably pumping in crowd noise.
For sure. Florida, Texas. You getting that one? DJ Lagway from Texas. Does that help?
Oh,
Going back home.
what's the spread?
Going back home. 22.5.
Oh, let's take the kid.
Okay.
Is he okay after last week? What happened?
Yeah, he's good. His coach is back.
I mean, the Texas absolutely.
He was injured
like,
last week, right?
Was he?
He got injured, right? He was a third-string quarterback by the end of the game.
It was third.
I honestly didn't know they had 3 quarterbacks on their roster this year, so that's good to know.
Yeah, wasn't one like a pedophile or something?
Think he was exonerated of all charges, Landon? So
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know the story. I think he was cleared, but
Okay.
yeah,
Good lawyer.
tough one to bounce back from. You don't want those charges. BYU and Utah. Games of interest.
Okay.
What do they call that? What is that rivalry again? I blanked.
The Soaking Bowl?
Some people might call it that, but I don't think that's the name. Is it the golly? Look that up, Joey. BYU Utah rivalry.
Yeah,
what is
I'm
it
on it.
called? I can't remember.
What if it's something lame like
The
Battle-
Holy War.
The Holy War. That's it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's
so
pretty cool.
aggressive, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah, a lot of bad stuff happened in the Holy Wars. Shocked we haven't. They made us change the Civil War, but they didn't make us change the Holy Wars. That's bad.
Sounds like some exorcism stuff.
I think worse stuff than that happened in the Holy Wars. Penn State. I am begging for them to lose after just nonstop bitching and moaning about having to play at noon.
I got bad news. Will Rogers is the quarterback for Washington.
Get right game.
We are playing Mississippi State. I don't know how that aligns, but yeah.
The signs, baby. The
The
signs.
signs. Yep.
I would also love to see another funny thing happen this week. So, is this asking for too much funny? Let me spread the funny. Let me spread. Maybe one funny thing will happen. So, either Washington beat Penn State at night in Happy Valley, or Florida State on the road over Notre Dame.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would
Let's
be,
just keep that train rolling. I got another one.
Okay.
So what if
Keep funny.
Oklahoma beats
yes,
Missouri?
I wanted that one too. I want that one too.
Oklahoma's a 3-point favorite.
We should print that on shirts.
How is Missouri ranked? Okay, that is my one thing with the college football playoffs. 24? I mean, do we just like screw it, throw them in a hat, and we'll just draw them?
That's actually probably closer to how it worked out. Yeah. Someone said Missouri at 24, and everyone else in the committee room was like, sure, man, you can have that one.
Yeah.
South Carolina at Vandy.
It's -4.
Trap game.
This feels like one Vandy win. Or South Carolina loses, I should say.
Really?
Or do you think it's Shane Beamer revenge tour similar to 2022? You think he just goes on to win until he faces a terrible Notre Dame team in a bowl game?
I just think with South Carolina's defense, I just think they're a better football team than Vandy.
Sure. Probably.
So, yeah, maybe if we're just looking at games Vandy shouldn't win and somehow wins, maybe you're right. But
Have you considered the home field advantage that Vandy possesses in this game?
no.
Okay.
If Vandy wins this and goes 7-3, are we officially on like watch out for Vandy like alert? Because right now we're going. We'll still take care of Vandy.
They lost to Georgia State.
I know. But I'm saying if they sharpen up against South Carolina and go 7-3, and what's their home record? I feel like was Georgia State a home loss?
No.
Texas was.
Texas was.
Texas was, but it was the number 2 team in the country at the time.
They might be one loss at home. Maybe.
I'm just saying. At what
You're
point
right.
does-
That is an environment
No,
you got to look
2
out for.
losses.
At what
Georgia
point does
State was at
Vandy's
home, right?
environment
I thought
become
Georgia
a
State
factor?
was away.
Oh, was it?
I can look. I thought it was.
I mean, you thought South Carolina 22 is bad. Well,
the good thing is, like, if they are like 7-3, maybe what would that be? 8-3 by the time we play them.
So they play South Carolina, and then so they go
Georgia State was on the road.
they go play LSU at night, between 6 and 8, no matter what. So, what's just best case scenario? If they go beat LSU, that's officially probably your third hardest game of the season.
Well, then that's got to be a huge quality win.
But
We should
yeah.
go up to number 1.
Even if they're 7-4 after beating South Carolina and losing at LSU at night on the road, I'm not going to be comfortable.
they're already bowl eligible, I think they're just like, we're good.
It is not a night game at Vanderbilt. That's good.
That is good. That's true.
Yeah, this team.
That's true. This team's
Practices
not
in the
gonna- this
morning,
team's not
we're
gonna
good.
Lose at noon or 1.
No.
In Nashville,
11 or 12
It'll be a
Central
home game
time
for
in
Tennessee.
Nashville.
It'll be all right. Yeah, quit worrying about
Especially
it.
if we
guys.
need it, the orange out's going to be.
We got a
just
little bit better
fat.
coach.
Yeah.
I'm
The only way we
buying
lose in
into Clark
Nashville
Lee.
is because on a shit call at the goal line in the Music City Bowl. We're not losing to Vanderbilt.
They should move that game to Nissan.
Was that Purdue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had a backbone, they'd move it to Nissan.
I'm still furious about it.
That's fair. We'll be furious on the other side of the break still. We just like getting hot. We run hot. We're hot. We're red hot.
Blood flowing. Chili's hot.
You stay hot during this break. Stick with us on the other side. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Are you ready to play hard and work harder? Are you looking to take the next step in your career with a company who celebrates hard work and appreciates those who do it? Then it's time to join the movement at Axel Logistics. Axel is looking to expand their award-winning sales team with logistics consultants who are outgoing, ambitious, and thrive in a fast-paced environment. If that sounds like you, visit axellogistics.com to learn more. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on Fan Run Radio. Axel Logistics. Now is your time.
Hi, I'm Chris Burleson with Knoxville Mortgage Brokers. Are you dreaming of owning your own home? Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned investor or looking to refinance to pull out some cash, pay off debt, or simply lower your payment, I'd love to help you turn your dream into a reality. I'm a native Knoxvillian with over 20 years of experience in the mortgage business, and I understand how important it is to custom tailor the mortgage process to your unique financial situation, ensuring you get the best rates and terms available. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit my website at knoxvillemortgagebrokers.com. Go Vols.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be, I'm gonna.
Welcome back into the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Proclaimers? Is that who sings 500 Miles?
Yes, it is the Proclaimers, if I remember right.
I think it is. I like your reassurance.
Yep, the Proclaimers.
Knoxville Smokies, what are your thoughts?
I didn't really love the uniforms.
They're the same uniforms.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
It said Knoxville on it.
Right.
But they're the same with what they have right now?
It's very, very similar style.
Okay. I didn't love the gray. I didn't love the all gray. I don't know.
Name, though?
Knoxville Smokies.
You like Knoxville over Tennessee?
I don't hate it.
Don't hate it? Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think it's cool either way. I would probably buy more Knoxville stuff that says Knoxville than probably stuff that says Tennessee. If I'm going to get something that says Tennessee, I'm just going to buy orange. My God.
Yeah, I like it being more localized. Like, we're in Knoxville. I like that.
Yeah.
So
Not
I'm
in
in.
Kodak anymore.
No, Kodak Smokies would have been a cool name.
Yeah.
Although there are 0 Kodak Bears within thousands of miles from here, but it relates to bears, so I think it would have been a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Stadium's come along nice.
Yeah.
Sonic Stadium looks good.
We'll have baseball and soccer in there in no time, man.
I'm impressed. They're building I didn't realize they were building apartments
Yeah,
just
Oh,
everywhere.
one Knox is playing there?
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Season ticket holder. You're looking at them.
Now, is that ever going to like?
Dude, the
I don't know how
season
soccer
tickets
works.
for the Smokies are kind
Yeah,
of
no, it's
expensive.
stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're assuming it's going to become kind of like a hey, it's
I think
a
it's gonna be a
Wednesday
thing.
in the
It's
summer
gonna
in
be a thing.
Knoxville. Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
It's summertime. There's nothing going on. Maybe
Yeah.
It will be. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how soccer works. Is there a chance that they like totally separate from? Is it like a farming system? Could they have a chance to like become the equivalent of a AA baseball team?
So they are effectively a AA
Okay.
baseball team.
So that's better than
Yeah, no, for sure. It's cool to have you wouldn't ever be able to have a full on MLS team because of the structure of it, but it's cool to have the level they're at soccer wise, and yeah, no, it's fun. I haven't made it to a One Knox game this year, but
Will
maybe
I ever
again.
be able to bet on them? What level do they need to get to before I can? I'm not talking FanDuel.
You
even
could
if I have to-
probably find a sports book with their
yeah,
odds.
like bet online. Or
Yeah.
something. I'm willing to get.
You're
weird.
not transferring money to like a Jamaican bank account.
I won't touch crypto, but like
Bohemia.
yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
send my
How much crypto
Bitcoin.
you got?
Crypto's up.
Crypto is
my
up.
crypto account is looking nice right now, boys.
The Binance, the cryptos
Yeah.
are looking good.
I might need to get in on like something like Doge. We'll get weird with it soon.
get it on Doge.
I just got
Elon's
I've
gonna
got-
have to pump Doge.
I've just got Bitcoin right now.
I'm ready for Acoin to come out.
Ethereum.
What is Acoin?
It's Acon's crypto.
Oh my God.
Okay, I kind of thought that was possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like he's gonna end up in prison soon.
I'm saving all my money for that.
Based on every other famous person being involved in a crypto scheme, Akon. Can I bet on Akon going to prison?
Oh,
Probably.
dude, you can bet. Have you checked the Bet Online odds on a lot of
No.
stuff? I don't want to. I'll come back
couldn't
to it
you
later.
bet on the election and stuff like that?
Oh, you can.
You
can
could,
bet
but it
on
was
anything.
really weird how it was framed. I don't know. Yeah, you could though. There were
weird.
things you could do with that.
Should we make our own coin instead of the bar? Should we just do more important?
New crypto?
More important toe. Mio.
Mio.
MIIO.
I like that. I kind of like that.
The Mio coin.
All right, I think we're in on a coin. Who
Forget
do
the
we
bar.
hire? Who do we
Input.
hire to be our fall guy that like promotes?
I'll do it.
Okay.
At
You
what
have to hire
point does
anybody.
Mio just come right after? Like the
I'll-
company Mio is
yeah,
just going to come
yeah.
straight for
I
us?
will.
It's two eyes. It can't sue us.
I'll stock your commissary account with our hidden foreign money.
Works for me.
Okay.
No, Joey, you are
Yeah, I kind of want you around. Let's
you're
pick
too
someone
important
else.
to this operation. I
Yeah.
think
Who will we have?
I think we
run-
hire somebody to be the fall guy.
Yeah, you've got to be our bar guy when we get a bar.
I think the crypto has to come first, and then we can.
Right, but that's
Then-
yeah. You
then
can't
we
be in
make
prison
enough
for
money
it.
to get a bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't-
seeing.
Yeah, you can't.
So we
be
just
in-
need to find one just scum that can just take the fall. And
I think we just find a famous guy that's willing to attach his name on it for millions of dollars, and then he doesn't know he's going to end up in prison, but he is.
Right. Right.
I don't know if this is like super famous, but Bob Kessling is retiring. So could he do
I
it?
meant to bring up this point in the college football playoff talk. John Ward retired in '98.
That's true.
What are Tennessee's odds right now? Speaking of betting, do we just go ahead and slap one on there? Is this a scheme by Bob though? Is he just seeing if we will win a national championship now that it's announced? Which I respect. He's a Tennessee fan.
If John
Yeah.
Wall retired, won a national championship, Bob Kessler.
It is weird that it was announced today.
Yeah, he's got to talk to his family. Got to work it. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I feel like that's just something you could do like after the season.
To be fair, like halfway through football season, haven't we all thought about retiring?
yeah, sure.
I think about it every day.
So, just for example,
Respect the decision.
for the lines on BetOnline, you can bet on the first letter of the first name of Gisele Bundchen's third child. So her
Who is Gisele Bundchen?
Tom Brady's ex-wife, who's having a love child with her physical.
Is her maiden name Bundchen?
Yeah, that was always her name, and she never went by Gisele Brady. Really, she
Right.
Was, she was a model,
She was
so
just
she
Gisele.
went by Gisele Bundchen.
I didn't think she had a last name.
Good point.
She's just Gisele, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, her mistress, her karate coach or something, or
Something-
jujitsu coach or something
jujitsu,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, plus 100 for
good-looking
J
guy,
through
if I'm
R
being
for
honest.
first letter of first name.
Would she
Pedro
date
is
a
plus 200.
good looking?
No, I'm just saying.
She's going to name her son Pedro. That's odds.
That's plus 100 or plus 300 for Pedro. There's also the who will
That
win a
seems-
war if aliens attack the planet. Humans are minus 400. So if you're ever feeling down on humanity,
Where does that
we're
money
minus-
go? Like, how does that bet?
How
cash?
do they place a bet there? I would assume if there's an alien life form that could make it to Earth, we're not winning that
Is
war.
Giselle even pregnant?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
she announced she's pregnant. That's why Tom posted that sappy,
You go full Zach Bryan
Fleetwood,
Instagram
he
post.
posted the Fleetwood Mac,
That's right.
the landslide
Ah,
post.
To be fair, I just listen to Landslide all the time and get emotional. So he could have not been related to that at all.
That could have just been an emotional spurt from Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Well, the thing wrong with that line is that
Changing.
humans are minus 400.
Flatland
'Cause
Cavalry
I-
has a good. Like,
Yeah, he
it's-
can sing it.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of males that can really kill that song. He kills it.
yeah.
Humans are minus 400. If we win, that pays out. Aliens are plus 300. Aliens win, you're not getting your payout. So I think that's why humans are so boosted.
Okay.
You can't get. But also, I'd be kind of pissed. Like you're
If
never,
I do
you're never
survive
seen that money.
the alien thing, though, I do want that.
I want to collect.
Yeah.
Where I need Bet Online's like physical location where I can collect that vault. I need the vault safe. It's got it when aliens arrive. It should all of my money should be put into like a bank account for if I win. Like if they win, I get this. Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
they've got a bunch of great lines. There's 11 lines for Happy Gilmore too. So I mean,
Ooh,
if
what-
you,
like what?
how many kids do Gilmore and Virginia Vinnett have? Under 2.5 kids, minus 160.
That also brings up a good point that I've thought about. The whole like brandishing a weapon penalty this year in college football.
Right.
Shooter McGavin was like the most famous guy of the 90s. All he did was brandish weapons.
I don't have a problem with it. I think when you shotgun somebody in the face while they're down,
Yeah, Dylan
that's,
Stewart definitely
that's
earned the
aggressive. That's aggressive.
That one should be flagged
Pulling
for
the
just
pistol
like,
out or just pulling the shirt up, I think's fine.
The Dylan Stewart one is just like, we're throwing a flag on you for being an absolute moron.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as taunting. Like, taunting shouldn't be a flag unless you, like, get in someone's face and virtually spit in it. Then it's like,
Yeah.
all right, you're an idiot. We're flagging you for being an idiot.
You can do like one like pistol.
You get
time.
one- you get one.
But if you do like a 3 pumps,
If you have to,
So
if you have to
egregious.
reload the weapon, we're flagging you. If you have to reload your imaginary weapon, we can't do anything about that. We can't help you.
Dylan Stewart unloaded the absolute clip into that.
It's not called a clip. It's called a magazine.
Oh yeah. Well, whatever. He emptied it.
Gun nerds rock when they get real upset about how people are wrong about guns. It's like, all right, if you can, nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna start.
Well, Kyron Lacey's also just a demon. He wants to shoot people apparently.
His was real dumb because I think the ref knew he was going to score a touchdown. He's like, hey,
Watch
do
out.
not do this on this play.
Right.
And then he scores, and he's like, I have to show my
Yeah.
gun.
It was like
I
the
have to show
third-
my
the
imaginary
third
gun.
Tell he
pump,
hesitated
and Keith
too.
Billis-
He hesitated too. He's like, I really don't want to do this, but I have to.
Yeah, I thought about how many times would Shooter McGavin been penalized in that. I don't remember the name of that tournament. He would have never gotten a gold jacket in this day and age.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
I was gonna talk about basketball
Let's do it.
just real quick. Kim Caldwell's a dog.
Yeah. She's scoring a lot of points.
Yeah. I'm excited for Chaz Lanier.
Duke can score. I was a little worried during that
It took him a minute.
exhibition, but he got it going against Gardner Webb.
Did you watch the exhibition?
Yeah.
How? Did you go?
It was online.
Oh, I didn't think it was. Okay.
It was on
like
like some
ESPN
stream.
Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just had to pay to watch it, but
Did you pay to watch it?
if you have, I mean,
I have ESPN.
ESPN Plus.
Oh, okay.
No big deal.
no big deal. Or you could just go.
It's bundled.
But so you get that Disney Plus
Yeah.
bundle,
Oh, yeah.
the Hulu bundle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tennessee. I think it's weird for me because like I'm not mentally prepared for basketball season, but
Right.
it's starting, whether I'm ready or not. And I don't know if this team, like with the amount of newcomers it has, like they're just not that core besides Zakai.
Right.
And so I think it's going to take some
Jama.
time. Yeah, it's going to take some time to like really get
Sure.
to see like what this team is actually made of. Now they get a good test early on with Louisville Saturday to see kind of where they're at.
Yeah. You brought up a good point. We get to watch that game at the tailgate. So stop by.
Yeah.
Watch party at the tailgate.
Watch party.
Joey?
If
Oh,
if I stay at
let
my,
us down
if,
easy.
if I stay at my apartment, I will be there. But that hike from campus back up, I'm getting old, dude. I can't handle that. Walk up that hill
I'll pay for your Uber.
down. Yeah, I'm there.
Just
What time? What time's the basketball game?
12.
Noon. High noon.
High
down.
noon. No free ads.
That high noon's been insane forever. Don't. This wasn't an ad. I don't want to get into the meat of basketball because I don't know if there's a point. So, do we have any questions? Because I have a stupidity. Speaking of no free ads.
I do have a question about basketball.
Okay.
Are we not talking about basketball yet?
I just didn't want to there's no point in getting in the meat of it. We don't know a whole lot. I just thought we'd save it. Sunday we'll get to really talk about Louisville. So
Yeah, I do think Tennessee needs to post presence.
sure.
You know, and I think that needs to be Akpara. He just did not look good in this game. He did have 9 rebounds, but 3 turnovers for a big man that doesn't shoot it or
Rick said he was
handle the
injured. I take Rick's word for it. Rick doesn't give people outs.
yeah. Hopefully, but yeah, Lanier looked good. I thought Meshack looked good. Zakai got to the basket some. I like to see him make more threes. And I thought Jordan Gainey.
8-3 would be nice.
Yeah. Jordan Gainey has looked good in the exhibition and against Gardner Webb. I think he is.
Dog.
He's somebody who looks like he's improved a ton since last year.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start an apology tour.
Yep.
Not us.
He
We've been-
was
we've been
definitely
Jordan
written
Gainey fans.
off last season, but yeah, it looks like he's going to be a huge part in this team's success for sure. Yeah, there was. What are your expectations for basketball? Was a question we got. So, do we want to answer that? Just be quick about it.
I can't. I mean, I don't know right now. I don't know where to put them. I mean, I have obviously high expectations to get back to a similar year like last year, but I don't know what that means yet.
Yeah, I think there's talent. There's definitely some scoring talent, but it does look like a team early on. that misses a guy like Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you replace that. I don't know if you ever will. But it's something this team's going to have to figure out. And I think they're a team that I don't think is going to be playing their best basketball until later on in the season.
Sure.
And that's my expectation. They're probably one of the top SEC teams like they are pretty much every year. I don't think really anything changes my way of thinking on that.
I give them finish third in the SEC,
Yeah.
Sweet 16 exit, maybe lead 8. Rick Barnes.
Arkansas didn't look good the other night. And Jonas Aidoo played 7 minutes.
I'm going to give Alabama and Auburn the 1 and 2 ahead of us for the end of the season. That's just way too early prediction, but
Yeah, Auburn
Alabama's set to be.
I love
really
that
good.
Kentucky fans are full on into basketball season. They also
It's a tradition unlike any other.
Scraping
We
the top
always
25.
send them into basketball season in November, and I love it.
they also are thinking Mark Pope is the answer they've all wanted when they literally had the best basketball coach.
If you have 2 marks, do you really have 1?
It's true. That's true.
Is that it for questions?
We do have a couple more.
Okay.
Who should be the next voice of the Vols?
This is a good debate. Titans fan will say one way. OG Vols fans will say another.
What do OG Vol say? OG Vol fans say.
I think John Wilkerson.
John Wilkerson.
I just don't think Mike Keith leaves the Titans to take that job. I think
And I would
it'd be-
agree. I would agree with that.
I don't know, man.
Maybe he does, and that would be cool with me.
He's
I-
worked for the Vol Network.
They are
before.
2 and 7.
Yeah, I
2 and 6.
I wouldn't care either way, but
I think Mike
he does
Keith,
seem like he has a good thing going. So I don't know if he actually does that.
I love John Wilkerson. I think he does great on the baseball calls. I think he's decent when he calls basketball. I'm not crazy about him. I just
Can Bert do football?
I lean Mike Keith. I would hope we get Mike Keith.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it is cool, like, but now, like, I don't listen to a whole lot of radio anyway, so
That's fair. But it's all about the clip that you get of like.
I only really
those
listen to
clips rock.
basketball. So like, I don't. I'm never gonna really listen to a football.
yeah, I mostly listen to
broadcast.
basketball and baseball when I end up in the car during a game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much it. I still want him to be good.
Yeah,
Great.
it's
even.
good for the clips and stuff after that.
I told you I think Vol Network just rebrands into a full Spanish broadcast and give it to Carlos.
I told my friend that earlier.
Give it-
Let's just give it full reins.
Give it to Fuad and Carlos.
And if they
let
don't-
them run.
Open mic.
I think AI.
You could. You could probably just.
You could probably AI it nowadays.
You could AI John Ward in
Yeah,
no problem.
Be pretty sick.
It would suck because it would be like the Michael Jackson AI album. But if they have open mics, I will say I will be there.
Okay.
So I will try out
You'll have my vote.
Any experience?
whatever this
You
is.
just learned on the job.
Whatever this is.
You ever heard of more
I can
important
talk,
issues?
I can
You
talk
kidding me?
fast. I mean, basketball games would get fired.
Do you know
fiery.
my favorite thing ever, and I don't know if y'all have run across it, but if you get on like Monday nights or Sunday nights, go on YouTube or TikTok, if you scroll through like live stuff on both, there will be like 12-year-old kids
Oh yeah,
calling NFL games from their house. It's sick.
they do
I
all
love it.
TikTok, and it rocks.
And it's like teams I do not care about at all, but I'll just start listening just to listen. There's some that are really good. I think we should get one of those kids.
I don't hate it. Maybe sign them as a backup, and
Future
whoever
deals.
gets it. So when they're 13 right now,
We just buy the
they're
rights to sign them.
35 by the time
Yeah, we
it's
buy-
time to take over.
I like that.
I saw there's some people that said Ron Slade. There's some people that said Brian Rice. I haven't listened to him.
Brian Rice has a lot of broadcast experience, but I haven't listened to him.
Yeah,
I don't know. Ron Slay has
radio experience.
he could be
I
a
guess.
color commentator, but play-by-play.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's the thing is like play-by-play,
It has to be a special kind of.
and that's
somebody.
that's the most impressive thing to me about Carlos. I don't know what he's saying, but he seems to be saying a lot. And
Emphatically,
but he just be like to get all the information that you need to as a play-by-play is a very, very difficult thing to do. Like it takes a lot of time, practice, and experience. That's what's impressive to me about that broadcast. Now he could be saying nonsense. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, but he seems to be getting the point across. Your job is to be the eyes for the listener. So it's a lot of information to relay. The color guy just kind of comes in and, Burt Bertelkamps it like, money.
Money.
What
I
do
could do that job.
What is it?
I would.
And then you
tear
have
that
you have
up.
Tim Priest.
Let's
just,
hear it.
Just chime in. Get you some of that, tease.
I don't want to break the mic. Bang!
Golly.
Fiery.
That was a good Burrow camp. But yeah, you that color you can kind of you can get weird with that one for sure.
The bang in NBA is
You need
that's
it.
all time.
The double bang, like rarely double bang. I mean, if we hit 2 double bangs this basketball season, that's a win.
All right.
Oh yeah, one more.
Oh, okay.
Talking
Okay.
about Tennessee and Mississippi State. Is this game a trap game?
No.
No.
What is? Do we know what trap means?
I think every game's a trap game.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think the team has to be better than Mississippi State to be a trap game.
Yeah, I agree.
If this was Vanderbilt falling between Kentucky and Georgia, probably, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I also think if this is at noon and no one's really like paying attention
maybe.
to it, there wasn't like any college football playoff implications on it. But I think like having the college football playoff like looming, like I don't think any game is.
I think that makes it more of a trap game. I'm in. Trap game.
I will say this: it is homecoming game, so you're gonna have a lot of students leave at halftime.
Which is
you
word
gonna-
I want to say for that I can't say.
I agree.
Are you
I agree.
going to be in a?
I'll be there.
in a suit jacket.
Hell no. I'm a senior. I'm not doing that at this point. I will be there for the full 4 quarters
What
because
could-
I'm going to enjoy every minute I can in Neyland Stadium as a student.
What could we do to get you to wear a blazer to the game?
Well, he's got to go full kit wanker.
Yeah.
I don't. Dylan does. Dylan's the one that cheated in the college football picks.
Yeah, I think it was
I'm
actually
still waiting for him
me.
to get through.
Oh,
We never finished.
Do you have pants?
do I have like pants?
Like football pants. Pads, pants, cleats.
No, I did buy some baseball pants, but I did take them back. I was going to be Kenny Powers for.
Oh, that would have rocked.
Yeah.
I
still have the
don't have
jersey
a
'cause it
problem.
was
I don't have a
sick.
problem dressing up. It's an issue of if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
But you would also
Because
wait.
I can't get that into the stadium. They will flag me at the student.
no.
gate.
Someone wore
Yeah,
a full.
I took a
full
picture.
kit.
Student gate's
somebody.
different, dude. They're like
Oh, okay.
they're weird down there. They're aggressive. Maybe
Look,
a baseball
this
game.
guy
I'll
looked
do it
like-
for a
He
baseball
had a
game.
visor and everything.
I'll do it for a baseball game.
Baseball game would be funny, but it's not as impressive because
Right.
like you can definitely tell baseball pants apart. But if you kind of glance at you just kind of look like you're going. To
Well,
a
I was
game.
still going to wear the football.
I mean, this guy had
Football
a
outfit for a
backflap
baseball
and
game.
everything.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah, I'm still going to wear the football outfit just for a baseball game. I just get me in the stadium and I'll do it.
I think basketball would be funny too because you would stand out at a basketball game if you were in basketball shorts, basketball shoes, like socks, like you were a player. You would stand
You're only
out.
seeing like belly button up though on camera.
Right, but I mean,
So
like
just you're wearing a
walking
jersey and a headband.
walking through the crowd though, you would stand out. Whereas like baseball, unless you're wearing like cleats and people can hear you click clacking down the concrete, you would kind of just look like you were attending the game.
Unless he had a
with the
glove.
helmet on?
glove and eye black.
No, in a baseball uniform.
Oh, baseball. I thought you said football.
No, I'm saying in a basketball uniform, you would if you glanced over at someone wearing a full basketball uniform, you'd immediately know they were wearing a full basketball uniform.
If we got it worked
That's fair.
out where one of us could throw the first pitch at a game, we have to dress as like
Full 1940s.
full like Tennessee baseball
I'll do it.
uniform. That would be awesome.
I will throw if y'all secure a first pitch, I will dress like an absolute idiot. I will go 1940s like Babe
Ross
Ruth
Kivitt's
style.
working right now, right? He's always working, recruiting.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they just
Text-
got to commit during the show. Yeah,
Text him
Ethan
and
Moore.
ask if someone from the show can throw out a first pitch.
I can also catch too. I used to catch, so I mean, we could at least get y'all two could both throw a ball, and I'll just catch both of them. That's 3 people.
At the same time. That
Oh,
would
maybe
be,
not.
yeah.
Maybe not both. I guess I could.
They would make us the halftime
We can-
show.
we can run a-
we would be better than
I
Red
went back to
Panda.
back, but
No, we could run a football play. I can snap it to you.
Okay,
ooh, that would work.
I'll hold it. You
Football
kick the
guys.
baseball.
Yeah, you could snap it. He'll throw the first pitch, and I'll catch it.
Yeah,
Or y'all just throw it and catch it. I'll stand there looking like an idiot.
I think we
I'm
do
fine with
something
either.
else. We turn to
I think we wear full
Ooh,
suits.
I
And
get to
you're-
pop time from home plate. Caleb's
Yeah,
stealing.
I'll
You're
throw
at
the
second.
pitch.
If
I'll
I'm
throw the
done at
pitch
second.
and you throw it down and you're at.
If I'm
second.
stealing, I'm not going to be a second. Because if that ball goes over my head, my vertical at this point in my life is so bad, I couldn't jump for it. But being a competitive person, I would, and everyone would see that. They actually may not be able to tell I jumped.
You're
They'd
gonna
see
assume
all
I'm throwing it over your head, dude. I'm putting it right where the money is.
Okay.
That's just,
Yeah,
Okay.
how dare
Glove-
you
that's
assume
glove
he
to
wasn't going
body,
to put it on the
dude.
money?
We're gonna have to practice this. We're gonna have to practice.
But yeah, Tennessee baseball did land another recruit. They took the top player out of Louisville's class and put it in their own. So
And he'll probably not ever make it to campus. But sorry to be negative.
am I?
Okay. I just assumed a top recruit.
Chase Burns wasn't going to make it to campus.
That's a good point. And then he promptly left.
Yeah.
Not promptly, but you get it.
There's a couple of those guys in this class that probably Jay Abernathy was the one that
It's really going to piss me off if Ross doesn't say yes, because I realize that he probably can't get us to do that. So if he just says yes now, that'll make me happy, knowing he may not be able to deliver on that promise.
I mean, here's the thing. I love the kid dancing at the football games, but he threw out the first pitch for the World Series yesterday.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, like that.
In New York?
We can get it done. I mean, it's probably going to be northern Alabama.
No, if it's not sleeting at the game we throw first pitch, I'm going to be pissed.
There's going to be 8 people in the stands watching this first pitch.
No, that would be sick.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case.
I think I can get it done. We'll work on him.
I tried already. I also feel like I asked a reasonable thing. I just wanted to drive the dugout or the bullpen cart. Chad said we don't have a bullpen cart. I was saying you should get one and let me drive it.
I think Joey should be a bullpen catcher for a game.
Is that legal? Is that against
you
rules?
just run down the third baseline in
Full
the middle
sprint.
of the game.
And I would do good. I would do well as a third. Because, again, even if I don't,
And then
doesn't matter. You got
Marcus
your
Phillips
pitches
is
in.
throwing to you, throwing like 100 miles an hour.
It's fine. I've taken 93 in BP before. I can take 101. I can catch. Did I catch it? No. But can I keep it in front of me?
Gilmore just eating it off the chest.
That's fine. I can keep it in front of me. You're going to get your pitching reps no matter what. You don't need to worry about what I'm doing behind the plate. You're going to get the ball right after you throw a pitch. That's all that matters.
I kind of like the thought, like you go out there and then the guy out there is going to make the catches, so your confidence just skyrockets off the first pitch.
Exactly.
I like that. It's a good thought. I'm in board. I'm on board.
All right. Stupidity.
Yeah, I've got 2.
Go ahead.
First one, LSU's getting a Tiger this week. They're going to have a live mascot at their game. No one exactly knows who this Tiger is or where it's coming from. It is not Mike.
What happened to Mike?
He's still there. He's good. He's kicking. Louisiana, he didn't go full bent on us or anything. The Louisiana governor was just like, hey, I want a live tiger to be at the game. So go get me a tiger. Because Mike's not allowed at the games. He's banned.
Why?
I don't know.
Did he buy somebody?
I don't think.
You go full
I think we
Tiger
would.
King?
I think we would have heard about that. Speaking of which, there were some monkeys escape a research facility in South Carolina tonight.
Oh.
But yeah, it was just he was like, "Hey, I want a tiger at the game," and he just sent some dude in his office. He's like, "Go find a tiger," and there's apparently going to be a live tiger at the game. And I'm not PETA. I'm not saying don't do it, but if you do it, you have to do it like the buffalo at Colorado. You have to they have to be able to run. You have to let them run free with like 2 handlers chasing them down that can do absolutely nothing if this animal decides he wants to go. Okay. I don't think he can be caged. You have to let him out on a leash. Right?
Yeah.
You know what would be
That's the rule. You can't have a live mascot unless they can be leashed.
You cannot cage a mascot.
You can't cage them.
Or you can leash them.
You can leash them, no cage. And so if they're going to have the tiger there, it has to be out on a leash. And then I'm in. Sign me up.
I just don't understand. You literally have a tiger right next to the stadium. Why are they bringing a random one in?
This governor apparently is pissed because they won't bring Mike to the game because, I would imagine that stadium's. You're talking about dogs in public. I'd imagine the Tigers hate that, and so they stopped doing it, and then.
So they're bringing they're bringing one that
one.
they're okay shooting if shit gets weird.
I think
you can't shoot Mike. It's Harambe 2016 all over again.
I think this governor has gone entirely rogue.
I think you could just cage Mike up and just literally bring out another tiger and just say it's Mike. I don't think anybody would know.
No.
You would know. Well, we went to LSU. Mike was not out.
I think he's the reason they lost that game. He was
scared. Yeah,
he was scared.
He knew Will Brooks was going to get that onside kick. And
Yep. He said that I'm not going near those white people. Have you seen Will Brooks?
Yeah.
You seen what they can do?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that happens, and I hope he's not caged. I hope he's on a leash. That'd be sick. Why they let them out of their cages at circuses? Why can't they be there?
I agree.
I think they are in a bigger cage at a circus. Hey, you get my point. My next one, no free ads, but I believe it was the Mouse's Ear. It was a local Knoxville Gentlemen's Club held a topless spelling bee this week.
Mouse's Ear.
Did you go?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I mixed up with the ball. The ball does not exist. It's now Daisy Dukes.
Yes, it
My
is.
fault.
I was not interested in going, but I really, really badly wanted like live tweet updates, like a basketball game, of like how they were doing. I wanted to know how this event went. What were the words that they had to spell?
Right.
Are there people there that are good at spelling? Was it a competitive spelling bee? I'm interested. This is only my stupidity because who would go and pay for that? It is an absurd promo, but I'm also incredibly interested in the results of it.
Where'd you hear about this?
Someone shared it, I think, on a Reddit post.
Okay.
I do not follow the Mouse's Ear on
Oh my God, they were having a topless
Instagram.
spelling bee. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh wow. Yeah, they put it on.
I did follow Fuzzy Holes of Johnson City on Instagram for a while. No free ads. That place is closed now too.
Jesus.
You wouldn't follow a strip club named Fuzzy Holes
Uh,
on Instagram if you had the opportunity?
I don't think so.
more important issues after dark.
You
everybody.
should have seen some of the posts. They were hilarious. They had like introduced you to like the workers. It rocked. It was funny. There were some crazy captions. And I mean, it's just like similar to Landon, Daytona Beach. You see a strip club named Biggins, you have to go.
Sure, I get that.
You have to follow a strip club named Fuzzy Holes on Instagram. That's the same principle.
Ugh.
I wonder if there's a strip club in Daytona called Biggins. You know?
Never been.
Maybe San Antonio.
Chuck thinks so. Chuck probably owns it. Y'all with stupidity?
Mine was Mark Stoops calling the SEC.
Yeah, that was the same one I had. So.
It's like, what are you doing? They literally, Kirby Smart literally abused a freshman, and
It was
nothing was
hazing.
done.
He hazed him.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if they're not protecting a quarterback, they're not going to protect Brock Vandegrift.
Yeah, he's not a quarterback.
No.
Well,
That was fun.
it was fun. I don't like that y'all didn't. Okay. I didn't like how the show ended.
Did you have?
I don't know if you
another
got
one?
nervous.
Well, I
and
didn't have another
shy.
one other than just the Mark Stoops.
Guys, let's go win another football
Cry for
game.
help.
It's fun winning. It's been fun. This
can't wait.
run we're on.
That's all I think about.
If we're at the point where if we don't lose for the rest of the season, we win the national championship. Think about that.
I think that stands true.
We're guaranteed
from
to be in
game
if we.
one.
but we're back here again.
Okay.
We're back here again. Now you just can't lose again.
You're in contention for the playoffs. Is what
right.
you're saying.
You're
Yeah.
essentially
You have to go 8-1 before you can go 15-1.
precisely.
Some say.
Some say, yeah.
I'm saying you're not at the point like we're halfway through the season. We're not at 3 losses.
Literally at the middle. We're at the middle of the road right now.
I'm saying we could have 3 losses already, and now a win out does not matter. We could have 2 losses. and a win
we've
out.
been begging to go to Atlanta, and this could be the year where we're just like, Atlanta means nothing.
Atlanta means nothing. I don't want to go to Atlanta
Yeah.
unless it's for a Peach Bowl quarterfinal.
Oh, I do have stupidity. Zach Bryan.
Oh,
Hate that guy.
oh, we hate him now.
We hate him.
Are you a breed?
No, I hate her too. I just
Oh.
hate that they're both acting like 12-year-olds. But
We knew. Okay.
we'll play some Zach Bryan on the way out just for.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for listening. We'll be back Sunday after the win over Mississippi State. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.